been called liquid cocaine or blackout in a can. Its popularity is on the rise, and so is its death toll. I'm Samantha Scott. Coming up, find out why Four Locos has become a parent's worst nightmare. Here at a place where senators normally take sides, today they all stood together, including Tina. With Susquehanna News, I'm Samantha Scott. Pat-down procedures have become more detailed and invasive than ever, leaving some flyers feeling violated. But while some are boycotting, others stand behind the TSA on this touchy subject. Mars and Hershey candies have been competing with each other in stores for years, but now the two will come face to face in a courtroom. I'm Samantha Scott. Coming up, find out why Hershey has filed a lawsuit against the New Jersey candy company. On Labor Day weekend 2003, State Senator Christine Tartaglione, or Tina as she's known by friends, was in a boating accident, paralyzing her from the waist down. Now, Tina has bounced back, physically and emotionally. And today, she's taking a stand, moving from wheelchair to Senate seat, all on her own.
A big boat with some wild kids came and they just skinned the side of the boat, but unfortunately I was on the front of the boat, and when the wake came I went up in the air and I crushed my spine in 2 spots.
With a crushed spine and hard hit to her faith, Tina felt hopeless.
First denial, then pity, and then one day it just came to me. I got to play the hand that God gave me.
Tina began to rebuild what was broken. And a few years ago, she made her first attempt to walk again. The outcome was unsuccessful.
She walked in, and it was pretty obvious that she wasn't ready. But she wanted to try so hard, and your heart just reached out to her, and I don't think there was a dry eye in the place.
Since then, Tina hasn't given up. With therapy 3 times a week and the help of a knee brace, she's ready to try again. And the results?
I had to take a deep breath and say, oh God, thank you. And I looked up to my dad. That was a true story, and it was for him.
No question, it was bipartisan. Every single member of that Senate floor and all the folks who were there, Democrat and Republican, former state senators and current senators, all there giving her a standing ovation. It was simply awesome.
Here at a place where senators normally take sides, today they all stood together, including Tina. With Susquehanna News, I'm Samantha Scott. Harrisburg police added 2 new 4-legged officers to their team, and they won't cost the city a dime. The German Shepherd and German Shepherd mix just ended narcotic and patrol training.
Our own in-house training. The 10-week class that we did was actually through our organization, which we belong to, we're certified through, which is the United States Police Canine Association. That's a 10-week class. We did the 10-week class, and then we also do bi-weekly training, and all of that is also done through our department, so it is cost-effective, where it doesn't cost the city anything.
And that wasn't the only way the department saved money. Each dog was donated. One by the city, the other by Dauphin County. No money spent to keep the city safe.
And they're a great asset as far as finding drugs, finding lost people, and just, sometimes keeping other officers safe from having to chase people and, different things, because when a criminal sees that dog, he doesn't usually want to go up against it.
Now the bond between cop and canine is important. The officers research their dogs and learn from other canine officers. And now for them, having a dog in the car is just like having another partner, with 4 legs instead of 2.
Or someone needs to search a building or need to find drugs that they can't quite locate, personal property that may have dropped, whether it be officers or whether it be bad guys that just ran from us. He pretty much helps everybody out. He's not just for me, but it is nice to have a partner.
With Susquehanna News, I'm Samantha Scott.
A holiday is a time for family and friends, not a time to rush to the emergency room.
'Tis the season for Christmas trees. They're a great way to kick off the holidays, but if you have little ones in the house, you might want to think twice this year before hanging some of your traditional ornaments so that you can protect your children from the hidden dangers lurking around the Christmas tree.
As you can see, this is a beautiful tree that we have here, although there are a few things we have to keep in mind when we're decorating a tree if there are going to be children in the home. One thing, you want to keep any ornaments that are breakable, that have sharp edges, maybe any parts that could become a choking hazard, you want to have those up higher on the tree so that they aren't into the reach of a curious child. Toddlers are going to be moving around. We want to make sure that they are up higher, or if you aren't able to move them up, you could put a gate around that Christmas tree. That way then it just ensures that the children aren't going to get to an ornament that could pose a choking hazard.
And if you don't want to rearrange your tree decorations,
we call them shatterproof ornaments, and this I could drop it right now and it's not going to break, so it's very safe for a child.
if you already have a shatterproof tree, here's something else to look out for.
Toddlers, anything that they can get into their mouth that looks like food, they're going to put it there. So we want to make sure that toddlers just aren't confused as to what's on the tree, what's edible, what's not. We want to make sure that goes up.
Christmas tree safety is very important. Taking these steps to child-proof your tree will keep you in the holiday spirit and out of the emergency room. Now, if you do decide to use a live Christmas tree, make sure to keep enough water in the stand to avoid it from getting too dried out. Samantha Scott, ABC 27 News.
You're watching WHTN, ABC 27. Now, live from the station working for you. This is ABC 27 News, live at 5.
Good evening, I'm Teresa Heinz.
I'm Samantha Scott. Thanks for joining us. Thousands of people are expected to line the streets tomorrow for the reenactment of the Harrisburg Grand Review. Harrisburg Police Force has 2 new officers, and they won't cost the city a dime. These 2 fellas, Thor, a German Shepherd, and Reno, a German Shepherd mix, were recently donated to the force. Their 10-week training was done through the department and certified through the United States Police Canine Association. Now, the bond between cop and canine is important. These officers say having a dog in the car is just like having a human partner. A state senator is now back in her seat at the Capitol after 7 years of being in a wheelchair. Her story is truly inspiring. 'Tis the season to deck the halls. This important reminder for parents to make sure you protect your little ones from hidden dangers lurking around the Christmas tree. Keep any ornaments that are breakable or have sharp edges higher on the tree. You can also put a gate up around the tree to make sure your child doesn't accidentally choke on an ornament. Here's another alternative. Taking these steps to child-proof your tree will keep you in the holiday spirit and out of the emergency room. Thanks for watching ABC 27 News live at 5.
The news at 6 is next.